What's up, brewheads? Welcome to another Brewthirty, where I drink a beer and pair it with a toy. Once again, tonight we're going to be trying a brand new beer that I've never had, and that is Turbo Reaper, West Coast style IPA from 3FLOYD'S Brewing Company. This is a brand new beer from 3FLOYD'S, and I've been wanting to try this for a while. Shout out to my good bro Derek, who gave me this to try. Can't wait to pop the top off on this thing. But before we get started, you're probably asking yourself, what are we going to pair it with? And that is this Arazak figure from the Four Horsemen Studios Mythic Legions line of figures. And this figure is super dope. He is an evil wizard, part of the Poxus line, which just recently came out from Four Horsemen Studios. And he is the evil counterpart to my Samir Scroll Warder, which we saw last week, and I thought would pair awesome with this Turbo Reaper. As you can see on the can, it has what I consider to be one of the Nergal, I believe, or I can't remember what they were called from the Lord of the Rings. All you Lord of the Rings nerds out there are probably going completely mad. It looks like one of those, I guess, the Witch King from that book from J.R.R. Tolkien. So, Turbo Reaper reads, "Without warning, something's dawning as our latest West Coast style India Pale Ale awaits your defenseless thirst. A colossal hop aromas ride in harmony with tropical and citrus notes. You better run for cover. There is no other." Apologies there, I don't have my glasses on, so sometimes it's hard for me to read the small print on these cans, but these reviews are comical to begin with. So anyways, let's go ahead and pop the top on this thing. As always, we'll use one of my 3FLOYD'S brewing glasses to test it out. Like I say, there's no right or wrong way to pour a beer. You pour a beer the way you want, I'll pour a beer the way I want, and we will still be friends. Guys, I can smell the hops already on this thing. It is 7% alcohol by volume. I don't know what the IBU count is. Like I mentioned, the can art is super dope. Love it. It pours a nice light, almost straw color. Has a nice foamy head. Let's see if we can smell this thing. Definitely get hop aroma. Now, this is supposed to be a West Coast style IPA, which is right in my wheelhouse. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of West Coast IPAs. The hoppy and bitterness of those beers is right there for me. Love it. So let's give this thing a test. Like I said, I can smell the aroma. So it has a little bit of a citrus aroma to it, similar to probably like a Zombie Dust, which actually is a pale ale, but we'll give it a try. Wow, right off the bat, I get a little bit of, I would consider to be a little grapefruit, just a slight hint of grapefruit, a little bit of maybe melon. The citrus notes definitely do come through. The back end is dry and fairly hoppy. Not as hoppy as what I would expect for a West Coast style IPA, but actually it's really well balanced. A little bit of malt, not too much, slightly sweet, but actually a delicious beer. I could drink quite a bit of these. The back end is, like I said, it's almost dry, which is, you know, kind of synonymous with your West Coast IPAs, dry and hoppy. This thing is like really, really smooth and easily drinkable, and I really like this quite a bit. So I definitely would recommend this. Out of 5 stars, I give this about a 3.8. I guess out of 5, give it a 3.8. I think it's freaking awesome. I definitely want to get me another 6-pack of this and try this a little bit more, especially like post mowing or something, you know. So yeah, that would go great with like pizza or you know, something like that. Snacks. This is great. I'd love to have this on tap at a bar. Back to Arazak. Now, if you guys remember the old LJN Dungeons and Dragons figures, this guy reminds me of the evil wizard from that line. Escapes my name. This is a super cool figure. I think these Mythic Legion figures are super dope. They're a line of action figures that have been out for a while now. There's so many different cool characters, but I just had to have the wizards because I love wizards, as you guys know. And I thought it'd be cool for my existing collection of medieval sword and sorcery figures. So, yeah, guys, I think this is a great pairing. Turbo Reaper with the Witch King, I guess, on the can here by 3FLOYD'S Brewing Company. And Arazak from Four Horsemen Studios, Mythic Legions line. And I think they're a great pairing, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've tried this beer, if you'd like to try this beer. And that's about it, guys. So, cheers.